Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be for you. Welcome aboard the Tempest. It's the captain's birthday today. Yeah, all right. Walking around here on deck, looking at everything. It looks in ship shape. So far, so good. All right. Walk over here and open up the door to my private entrance, where most of the crew is down below. There we go. Yeah, there they all are. Good evening. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, we'll wander here through the crowd, signal to the bar winch that we want rounds. All right. All right. Get a little quieter. Go up here. Half the deck up. All right. How about some music in this place for a change? Maestro? Welcome aboard, like I was saying. Nobody ever catches the intros. Maybe just one. That's all right. Better to be appreciated by one than none. I might have just made that up. Yeah, you heard the Bic lighter. I'm going to quit smoking. Just got, what is it, 108? Plus I've got another 20. So I had 128 lozenges. I think I can do it in that span. Yeah. No. 20 of them are gum. The other 108 are lozenges. Jaw's going to hurt, I know, by the time I get through that 20. Yeah, 65 years ago I was born, probably about 4 to 5 miles north of right where I'm at right now. And it's ironic that I can look on a map and it's straight north. That hospital is. I'd have to pass one hospital. I was born in Borges. Bronson Hospital is downtown. You need to go past downtown. Yeah. Someone was to say the right words. I might even pull the guitar out tonight. We'll see what happens. It's Monday. Everybody's kind of busy. You forget I'm retired. Retired, full medical benefits. I just spent close to $400 at Walmart because I had to finish out a card and change carriers. Every month it rolls over. So I don't think on the next one it is, but I get a little bit more. That's just health insurance. No, they'll even pay for gasoline. Believe that. That'll be wonderful later down the line. In case I need a ride. I don't foresee right now going anywhere in any distance, unless I'm invited. You don't just show up at long distance and say, hey, I'm here to visit for a few days. That would be kind of rude. Yeah, I don't think you'd be welcome back after. Drum roll. All right. Well, it might be a quiet evening. Who knows? Well, not for me, but as far as activity here goes, we'll see. Welcome aboard. Glad you made it. It's the captain's birthday. Give us a shout out and chat. And a thumbs up, if you would, please. It's not like anybody else is going to see. Unless you let somebody get on your YouTube channel, on your device, and see what you've given a thumbs up to. I think there is a way. You want to hear this album in its entirety? I've listed it. Tonight's album. It's 8 hours long, but hey, do enjoy it. Shout out to Gregory. I waved a hand, give him a thumbs up on this. I would give him a thumbs up, no matter what. He's one of the newer subscribers. Shout out to Gator Sky Exploration. Hey, brother. I wish I had the conditions he's got where he could play openly like that. He had too many ears and too many people to get offended if I get too loud. That's going to change. I'm hoping and praying that's going to change. Now that I know I can afford a bit more than I was before. Especially now I've turned 65. It kind of helped. Thank you, Mr. Reese. I do appreciate that very much. I went on a splurge at Walmart. I got everything I could think medically that could go wrong with me. Got supplies for that. I even got some pressure socks. Yeah, the captain's had varicose veins for health. 20 years and better. I'm a bicycle rider. Well, that blood's got to go somewhere, right? Yep, 65 happy years so far. I've had my downs. I've had my ups. Seemed like right about this time I'm growing comfortable in my old skin. Yeah, I posted the link before I even started the show. If anybody wants to come up. And yes, it is live. I'll show you. The captain is live. He's still alive at 65. And getting better. Yeah, this healthcare spending card. I went and got multivitamins, man. Super beets, all kinds of stuff, man. Captain's gonna be sitting pretty inside and out. All right. Shout out to Mr. Click. He might be watching. Yep. Yeah, hell yeah. Way better. I keep finding it harder and harder to find people I know that are my age. I did the Facebook, I did the Google searches, trying to find old friends and that. They're either dead or they might be locked up still. That's a big possibility. A lot of the guys when I was younger, that's what happened to them, sadly. And if you try the ones that got out, they're so institutionalized that they think you're trying to lure them into some shit, you know? I couldn't believe it, man. A couple of them were like that to me. They acted like I was trying to trick them into doing shit that would get them busted again. It's like, no, man. I tried to explain to them, I didn't go through the lockups like you did, man. About the time you all started getting locked up, I went north. I went with my family north. Stayed with family. Learned to work quarter horses on a farm. Clean stalls. Even helped pick up hay out of the fields. Didn't help bale it, but did. After they bale it, I'd leave it in the fields. It was cheaper to get it that way. Take your own truck and wagon out there. Yep, load her up. Just enough so you don't tip her over. That's what I did through my 20s. And by the time I hit my 30s, I had a profession started. Yep. Custom fabrication. Yep. Worked my way into engineering from there. Engineering, architecture. And then even into customer service. That's right. One regret, never learned to actually play the piano. I did play an organ for a while. It just wasn't, it was chintzy, you know, and it didn't inspire me. So I picked up an acoustic guitar and I had a little more control over what I was looking for at the time. And since then, well, I'm so picky now. But I got a nice setup. I once lived in a place where I could pull my guitar out at 3 o'clock in the morning and had a 4 by 4 foot by 4 foot by 2.5 foot crate. It wasn't crate model. It was a crate with 4 mounted woofers. I think those are 18 inches. Yeah. And I must have had about a half a dozen mid-ranges scattered in it and a couple of tweeters, high range tweeters. And I had a car stereo for an extra amp. So I only had it was only a 10 amp. No, it was a 20 amp. I had a 20 amp. I pushed that into that car stereo booster. That was 150, I think 150 or 110 watt. That really picked them speakers right up and shake that whole box. Cops never ever showed up. indoors or outdoors. One time they showed up and they went, "Where's the crowd?" There wasn't. Right on. Mondays are always a long day, Mr. Reese. You take your time, sir. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to go chase that bar wench and her squealy voice around. Yeah, I keep interrupting myself. When I want to hit a cigarette, I say, "Oh, wait a minute. Let's hit the bowl instead." Yeah. I'm already starting to feel a little bit of a difference because I've cut back. I was smoking 20 a day. Now it's like 15. Just that little bit. I want to get it down to just a few a day, and then I want to go in for the gum, and then the lozenges. And because I drink rum, of course I have stomach ailment cures, Gaviscon, Phillips, Mylanta, I think. Is that what that one is? Yeah, like Mylanta. Yep. Eat lots of yogurt all the time. You know. Oh, there you are. All right, let's bring up Mr. Reese. Mr. Reese, what's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah, over like $384 today spent. Well,
It's not hard to do.
No, but it's because I have this health card, you know, and I had over 600, and I've been making trips to Dollar General because I can spend there. I can get food, and I can get medical stuff, you know.
Might as well. It's free money.
Yeah. Well, that's what the lady told me. She finally called me and said, you know, you've got over $600 there that you need to spend before the end of the month because then we're canceling your card because I changed carriers.
Right.
And that one's going to give me over like $312 a month. Oh yeah, I can use it even for gasoline, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, man, I gotta just find a buddy that has a vehicle. But yeah, it's easing up a big burden, a huge burden.
Right. Yeah, shit. Nowadays, with that $312, you'd be spending half of that just to fill a tank of gas anymore.
Shit. God, I was gonna say. Oh, and if the electric's in my name, I could use it to pay off an electric bill.
Right on.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Yeah, I really am.
Yeah.
Because that was what, you know, utility bills is what we're, you know, because rent I can handle, but then the utility bills on top of it. Oh my God, you know, I'd be broke.
Right.
Not no more. Something happened once I hit this age. And I'm learning to utilize my benefits that I have. Because I'm fully covered all the way around, dude, no matter what.
Right. Find yourself a cheap little one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, any internal cancers I get, Camp Lejeune pays for that shit.
That's cool, though.
Because I was in Camp Lejeune during the contaminated water
right
crisis. Yeah, I'm listed with them. They know who I am. and I've been verified.
That's the least they can do.
Hell, I was there for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep, off and on.
Oh, I've heard the stories.
That's why I had to leave. Too much weather leave, whether they gave it to me or not. Hey. I wasn't born with my head up, up my ass. I had to put it there myself. And
Right.
I had to grow up and learn to take it out. That's another reason why I'm quitting smoking. But yeah, I just check this out. Let me grab this up. Oh, it'll be reverse, won't it? Yeah, I think so. Let me see. I can do this. I can do solo for a second.
Nice. That'll help.
That's 108 lozenges. All right. And I got another box with 20 gummies in it. Not gummies, they're gum. Because I know about after 20 of them, my jaw is going to be sore. Well, I almost quit one time when I had Nicorette before, but I think I ran out and couldn't afford them anymore. But now they brought the price down where they're under 20 of them are less than a pack of the top dollar cigarettes.
Yeah, that's how I quit last time. I used Nicorette last time I quit. Quit for 5 years and joined the band and started smoking again.
Yeah, because you're smelling it all the time.
Oh yeah. Take a hit there, a puff here. Next thing you know, you're buying a pack, and well, game over.
I was done one time because I stayed in the hospital long enough. I think it was like 2 weeks. And by the time I came out, man, I could have quit right then and there, but I gave it like 2 days and I went and got a pack.
Yeah, it's a mental thing.
Here's the thing. Check this out. The entire time I was with my ex-wife, I kept getting these stabbing headaches behind my right eye, man. And they'd last up to a half an hour. My doctor and I, we battled it. He gave me anything and everything I wanted to try to battle it, including Adderall. Adderall kind of backed it off a little bit, but not completely.
Right.
And then I got divorced and got even poorer because I didn't have a job. Then I got a job and I had to utilize every dollar I had. So I started buying Cheyennes. Regular, not menthol. I was a cool smoker for 25 years, man.
Wow, my stepdad was too.
No, it was for about a month I did that. And then I thought, okay, and I got a decent job. So I went and bought a pack of Cools. No, Newports. Because they were cheaper than Cools. And it wasn't one day, and they came right back. And I knew that's the fucking culprit right there. And I threw away, I think, 3 packs of them. Yep. Went and bought
Wild, huh?
Yep. It's the menthol in it. It was poisoning me. Getting behind, those are where the smallest veins in your body are, behind your eye.
Right.
And that's what it was back there. Something was reacting to it and causing me pain. It was like you'd take an ice pick and go about that deep in behind your eyeball and just sit there and poke it every now and then. And that's how it hurt for about 45 minutes. And it looked like I was wasted on one side, and I thought it was a stroke. I had an MRI done too, and it wasn't a stroke.
Wild.
Menthol.
Huh.
It took me to become poor and desperate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'll do some strange things to you.
But you know, the whole time I was telling my doc, I feel like I'm being, I told him, I feel like I'm being poisoned. Because sometimes in like a peripheral, I get ribbons of color, you know, like a little rainbow, a thin rainbow. And actually, I was poisoning myself with menthol. I thought,
Crazy.
I even suspected my ex-wife. Then, you know, and I think there was one other time, I don't know, let's go back about 15 years or so ago. I got a menthol from somebody, and I'll be damned. That afternoon, one came back. Not bad, but it came back. And I'm like, yeah, that's confirmed. I'll never hit a menthol again, not even once.
Yeah, not if you're getting that.
You ever heard of Scott Jennings? Have you heard of Scott Jennings?
It sounds familiar. I probably don't.
In the news, he goes on CNN and he fucking blows them fucking libtards apart. But he does it sensibly and with a smile on his face. You really think like that? Here are the facts that for some reason, and here's what I like one of these people to say. You have all you reporters, you have access to every news outlet's archives, every single one of them. Why aren't you using in half of them?
Because they don't get paid to do that.
They get paid to hurry up and come up with something negative rather than Trump said what? And then them really look into it, you know?
Yeah.
They do a lot of, those reporters from mainstream media, they do hearsay news.
Yeah. It's easier to spread a false narrative than it is to tell the truth.
Well, here's the thing. Back in the, we'll call it the black and white days, when television was black and white or non-existent at all, news reporters would get into elected officials' fucking deep shit. They'd watch where they go every night. No matter where they went, they'd follow, dude.
Right.
Then the 50s and 60s came up, and these reporters were making, about the same money as these elected officials. Well, then what happened was after the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, they were making millions a year, these news reporters. And the only way to keep them millions was to keep talking negatively about one side.
Well, of course.
Because they noticed it got more, they got more people to watch it. Nielsen ratings were going through the roof. And there were more about the ratings than they were the truth. And that's where it took over. Greed.
Oh, yeah. Still that way today.
Well, now it's starting to destroy them because of all the online independent journalists and other online news medias.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays they can show their homework, and these big ones can't. And everybody's going, yeah, why are they talking so bad about Trump? When we know the truth, because these three other news agencies that are online, they told us exactly, this is what they're saying, this is why they're saying it, and here's what's really going on.
Right.
That's real news, dude. Debunk the bullshit and show them this is what's happened. It's like a woman calling Trump racist.
That's the nice thing about the First Amendment, freedom of the press.
That's right. You can run your mouth, but then all we have to do is go, well, here's 3 references, 3 different sources that prove you a fool. And the problem is the fools aren't catching on.
You can run your mouth to a point until you start getting yourself in trouble, I guess. A lot of these guys are getting the threats, and I mean, shit. Charlie
Well,
Kirk.
there's something going strange with him for some reason.
Oh, I have a big feeling his wife had a lot to do with that.
That could be. That very well could be. I've seen it
I
happen.
think she's involved in more ways than what people think. There's too much stuff out there that's just too fishy.
Yeah, and he all of a sudden he's one way and then then he comes back again. It's like, why do you keep doing that?
Yeah.
Switch back quick. I like watching Dan Bongino because he's back. He's back online and out of the FBI. Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, catch him on Rumble.
Yeah, I don't have Rumble.
You can even put it on Roku, dude. Yep. But Dan doesn't talk no bullshit. And here's the thing about Dan Bongino. Something will happen and everybody will pile onto it. He'll bring it up and go, you know the rule here. Give it 48 hours. And then we'll know the rest of the story. Or where it's
Right.
actually leading. That's what I like about him. There's no bullshit, man. No speculation, no guessing. But when he does make a prediction, he's been spot on every time, man. Spot on. He's batting 100 to 0, or more, maybe 1,000 or no. Who knows? Hashtag Dan Bongino. Hell yeah. He's a hell of a good guy.
I don't think I've ever watched anything from him.
He's,
I try not to.
he worked for the Secret Service, protecting Obama. And that's just what he did. And he didn't care what party. He had a job to do, and that's what he did.
I watch it. I'll watch politics here and there, but not as much as I used to. It just pisses me off anymore. It's like, I don't know. I like to know what's going on, but at the same time, it's like I don't get so engrossed in it because it literally just pisses me off.
That's where I go watch reruns of 2.5 Men or Big Bang Theory. Something that'll make me laugh. Laugh and giggle.
Yeah, you have to. It's our world's in a sad state of affairs, man. For sure. Not good.
They're starting to narrow it down. And I can tell you that a quarter of the country ain't going to like the truth of it. It comes down to feminists. They're too fucking lenient with bad actors. As long as they're not raping them, they're too lenient. No, really. And they turn a lot of men, a lot of single mothers have turned a lot of their boys into femmies, basically.
Yeah, it's a country full of pussies.
I was trying to be nice about it, but yeah.
Oh, I'm not afraid to say it. Our
Well,
world is a bunch of freaking pussies anymore. There's not many real men left, that's for sure. I mean, there are, don't get me wrong, but...
Hey, at 14, I ran away, and I stayed up north in the woods for 3 weeks before I went to go get supplies to stay longer. That's when I got caught. But at 14, dude, how many kids a day at 14 you think could do that?
Not many.
No, not many.
They got a video game controller glued to their hand or a phone.
All I had was me.
Right?
kind of let me know where I stood in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Who
Get
knew?
out there and
3 years later, I told that same story to the recruiter, and he was like, wow, really? Yeah. My mom had to drive 2.5 hours up north to come get me. And when she did, the state boy had handcuffed me to, like, you know, a piece of bar, you know, pipe. That went to a desk. He left the room. I walked over to the desk, got a paper clip out. He came back. I sat there. I'm all right. Undid my handcuff and left it there. He came back out when my mom showed up. Oh, you could have ran out of here. Yeah, I could have. They wanted to try to charge me for it, but he asked me how I did it, and I told him. I went over there and got a paper clip, dumbass. At 14, at 14, I knew how to pick a simple fucking wafer lock. I mean, that's simple.
the cop's probably like, what the hell? He's Houdini.
They could have been. And the door was unlocked. I could have went out it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, State Police Post, Reed City, Michigan. It's funny that I ended up there 20 years later. Away at 14. Only about 12 years later. Yeah. 26, 27, the first time I went there.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hell, I lived there I was married and lived there for 11. And I was with another girl for 2 years there. So yeah, I was there for 13 years total.
Yeah, we had the state boys show up at our house yesterday.
Oh shit! What'd you do? What?
That's what I said. Well, it was funny because I'm in the man cave, and that's where I can see the cameras from in here.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I see a state cop pull in front of the house. He gets out, and I see him walking up the sidewalk, and I'm like, "What the fuck did my kids do?" It was my first thought.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "They're old enough. Why are you coming to my house?" So I go out there, and Carrie's like, "Who's at the door?" I'm like, "It's the state police." She's like, "Don't say that." I'm like, "I'm not joking." So I answered the door, and he's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, not bad. And he's like, "Could you step out and talk with me for a minute?" I'm like, "What's this concerning?" He's like, "You're not in trouble. You know, there was the storage unit in front of you guys got robbed, and I noticed you had cameras." I'm like, "Let me get my shoes and coat." I said, "As long as I'm not in trouble, I ain't stepping out of my house."
Yep.
So as soon as I step out of that house and you put the handcuffs on, I'm fucked.
Yep.
Which I knew I didn't do anything. I'm like, what could I possibly do? I'm at home or at work.
Right. Did you see anything on your cameras?
I didn't. I formatted them because I have to format them every so often because they just run out of space, so you have to redo them.
Right.
I told him, I'm like, "Hey, I'll look," but I said I formatted them, so he left me his number. I texted him. I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any information for you. Sorry, but it is what it is."
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, though. I was like literally shaking when I opened the door. And he's like, "Can you step outside?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit! Do you know a guy by the name of Christopher?
No, I don't. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Dude, here's the thing. If they're asking a direct question, 9 times out of 10, they already know the real answer.
I just tell them I plead the fifth until I have a lawyer.
There you go. Yeah, I don't do nothing.
I hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil.
I don't associate with people that do either. That's just how I.
Right.
To me, that's why there's one guy. There's one guy in my. He lives within 20 miles of me. He's up to shit. I can smell it. I can sense it. I can almost see it. I don't care what they ever come to me, I'll go, here's what I knew, what I know, and what I don't. What I don't know is what you're going to tell me.
Right.
But I know he's on something. And it ain't just that ain't just smoke. He binges. They binge. I know people that do that once a month like that. I'm sorry, but them harder drugs, I stay. If anybody I'm associated with starts doing it, I drop your ass just like that because I know where that goes, man. I don't
Right.
want to. I don't want to smell it, flavor it, or watch you destroy yourself. Sorry, I'd rather cut you off and not know. I got a
True.
feeling. I got a feeling that's what my brother's doing. Maybe even my sister too. But you know, I've had my addictions, and I beat them. Never a needle. No, never. Hell, I had a nasal spray addiction for 2.5 years, dude.
Really?
And I just cold turkeyed it. Nah, that's enough of that. It was making me angry all the time. I was mad.
What does nasal spray do for you, though? Is it like just
It was more like a
addiction
speed.
of?
It was more like a speed, I'm thinking.
Huh.
And then, for 1.5 years, another nose spray. But this was opium. It was an opiate called Stadol. Nose morphine, basically.
Wow.
It used to back the pain of those eye aches. Like I said, I had a doctor that would give me, you know, what can I do for you today, my friend? That's
Right.
him. The pill doctor is in. What can I do for you, my friend?
We hide it in the Slurpee.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
crazy,
funny.
man. He's since retired. He might be dead now, or I know he retired. He was kind of a pudgy guy, big beard, you know, and his last name was Mahabir. So yeah, he was definitely from India. Yeah,
That's funny.
but yeah, I know lots of people told me, yeah, pretty much whatever you want. That's where I had the Adderall. I didn't do them illegally. I was prescribed, but man, it took me 30 days to wean myself off them. So like I was saying, I've had my addictions.
Right, as we all do.
I'm just a pot smoker now from a local legal dispensary. That's all. Don't mess with the others, and don't want to know anybody that does with the others. Don't care. But if I find
Yeah.
out you're close and you are, you'll be no more. You can't trust people that are like that. You just can't.
No. Lie, steal, cheat.
Yep. Con and connive. Yep.
Oh yeah, they'll tell you what you want to hear to get what they need.
Yep. And don't ever buy a damn thing from them because it wasn't really theirs to begin with.
True.
Whatever I want, I either go out and directly buy or I save for 3 months when I bought my bike. That was just a little over 500.
Yeah, I'm usually that way too. I mean, the wife always finds stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and it's like really good deals, and I'm like, the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just gonna, if I really need it, I'll just go buy one myself. You know, I'll spend the extra money and get it new.
You know, I want to get one of those. I don't know, maybe 6 foot tall cat things. You know, boxes off the side, bells,
Right.
whatever. And I can find them on Marketplace, but you know, I don't want to pay for them. I'd rather get a new one, put it together myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, with that, you don't know if the animal had any like funkiness going on with it, fleas, anything.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep. And it comes in a sealed box when I get it.
Yeah, yeah, shit. We bought one. Gosh, years ago. One of the pet stores around us, they went out of business, and we bought one. It was supposed to be like almost $350, and we got it for
Woo!
$68. They were going out of business. It was like 75% off. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm buying it. We still have it. Cat's still using it today.
I made one once because we had 4 cats. It was probably, it had to be a good 3.5. It was taller than a yardstick, so about 3.5 foot tall. It was 2x6s, 3 of them nailed to a flat base. And when I say nailed, I had screws in there. Hell, I bet that fucking long. Pre-drill.
Wasn't coming apart.
It was not coming apart. And then I wrapped it. We stopped at a carpet store, and I said, "Hey, can I go get enough for a cat scratch pole?" He said, "Yeah, help yourself." So I went out there and got a bunch of carpet. And what I did is, after I did the base of it, coming up the pole, I just wrapped the pole, and then I poured a shitload of cat nip in it. A crap load, man. And then sealed it off on the top really good. I had to do that. I had to replace that in 11 years. Well, let's see, about 8 years. I had to replace it 3 times. They tore it up that bad.
And they're like, let me in there.
but their claws were short, and they weren't that damaging. You know what I mean? That's what it does.
Right.
But it kept them sharp. Where they nailed something. They nailed, but they were indoor cats. So what were they going to fuck with?
Ours is indoor cat too. I have to clip his nails all the time. Probably once every couple of weeks, I gotta snip his nails. He didn't like it at first, but now he kind of gets up on my lap, and I put him on just turn him around, sitting on his butt, and he opens his claws up like, okay, I know what's coming. And he lets I get to the second foot, get about 2 or 3 left. He'll start meowing and getting a little pissy. It's like, dude, we're almost done.
Yeah. Gotta let them know, You got a minute to waste because I'm going to go get a refill.
Right on.
All right, I'll cut the camera down. I'll be right back. All right. To the
You back?
Yeah, I'm back. I opened the fridge and the freezer. Oh my God, we're packed. Because what I did is I took my homies along and said, hey, get 100 or less. And they loaded up $100 worth of groceries.
Hey, right on.
Oh yeah, man, help them out too, because I wasn't going to be able to spend all that. I think I left enough on there where I can run to Dollar General and get some meats, which are good for you.
Right.
I'm going to be on the bicycle a lot more coming up. Yep, a lot more.
Yeah, I think after this week, the weather's supposed to start warming up. It's looking like.
Yeah, I seen 71 in the near in the far within a week.
Yeah. I think all next week after this week. This week kind of sucks, but looks like next week high 60s, 50s.
Yeah, it gets 50, 52, man. I'm headed to the park.
Oh yeah.
There's a few other parks too that I can hit from there. And there's other pathways too. There's a Portage Creek Trail. Now, I want to again. I should have recorded back when I was doing the Kalamazoo River Trail from Galesburg to Kalamazoo. My first try, I only did about halfway. My second time, I went all the way from one end to the other. Then went back to Galesburg. You got to go through the little town of Comstock. we used to call them Cumsuck. Cumsuckers, yeah, we know you.
Funny.
They were stuck in between Galesburg and Kalamazoo.
Yeah, we've been looking around at places up in the, trying to figure out what we want to do for vacation this year. I think we're talking about going just up over the bridge. That first little, I forget the little town. What's that first little town over up there? Oh, shoot.
I don't know. One time I drove, I was kind of with this girl driving her car and her girlfriend, and we went all the way up to Manistee.
It's a nice place.
Just to find out that the guy she went up there to bring back wasn't coming back.
Oops.
We later found out he was a pedo.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, but so they paid for a hotel room. We all three slept in the bed together. Oh yes. They got up next morning and came on back down across the bridge. But that's man, that's the furthest northern point in the UP, isn't it?
Where were you at?
Manistee.
In the Lower Peninsula?
Upper Peninsula. Manistee.
Oh no, the furthest you can go up into the UP is Copper Harbor.
But I mean, it was a finger that goes way up the hill, goes up north, at the furthest northern point there, man. I can't bring it up. I wish I could.
Yeah, the point that goes way up is actually Copper Harbor. And then Houghton's up there. And they got Marquette.
Fixing something.
Marquette's not too far away from Copper Harbor.
Picked a better time, huh? I said, I'm moving. Yeah, I want to be able to make my own noise. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's where we're looking. It was St. Ignace is where we're looking up to go up.
Oh, St. Ignace, yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically, it's just right over the bridge there. It's the first town you come to up there.
We went,
Everything's just so expensive, like crazy.
no, including gasoline.
Well, luckily I got a car that gets 42 miles a gallon on the highway, so I'm okay with that.
Nice, nice. Hell yeah.
Way better than the Exploder I had that got 18 on the highway.
Oh shit.
Dude, that thing got 9 miles a gallon city. It
I keep
hurts.
looking at this website called My Rustic Cabin. Thinking about if I could just find property to pop one up on.
Right.
But you have to be able to get a well too. Well and septic.
Yeah. It depends on where you buy. I mean,
I have a friend who used to do septics, but I don't think he has. I had this friend. He had like 4 pieces of really high level excavating equipment, and he ended up getting divorced, and he had to sell it all, and she got half.
I don't know.
Yeah, what a fucking bummer. He was doing so well, man. But
I'd say for the go ahead.
He used to do, he didn't do wells, but he did septics for a lot of them up in the, well, like I said, up there where I was at, Cadillac. And
right. I'd say almost, shoot, anywhere you buy property in Michigan, I'm sure that you could probably get a perk on land anywhere.
Yeah.
There's so much water everywhere around here.
Oh yeah. What wells don't go more than I think 70 foot, man, or less.
Right. And that's the most expensive part. You get somebody to come out and perk your land and then get a well drilled. You're looking at some money.
It all depends who you talk to. Yeah. I know a guy. His nickname is Pump Handle. He worked for a water rigging service, and he acquired a lot of his own equipment. Let's just say that.
I know nothing.
Exactly. You know, it is who you know up there. Once you get above Grand Rapids, it's who you know.
Right.
And the area you're in too. And sometimes who you ask will help greatly, because you may ask somebody who has 25 connections to what you're looking to do. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because he's helped family, friends, and neighbors and the like, you know.
You start getting into those smaller communities where everybody knows everybody, so everybody knows what everybody does.
You know, they know if you're an asshole or not right off the bat.
True that. Just don't fuck anybody over, because the whole neighbor or the whole county's gonna know.
I tell you what, I've told this story before. I broke down with a company truck, trailer, mower, all of it. We blew a transmission line. I just turned the corner, got it straight, and all of a sudden smoke just started rolling out the back end. I'm like, oh, fuck. Right on over, yep. I don't want to do damage. We blew a transmission line. And before my boss, with his truck and another friend and a wrecker coming, got there, I bet 3 farmers stopped and asked me, hey, are you okay? Do you need any help? I had a fire extinguisher on board just in case, you know. And I said, no. And I said, don't worry, it's not going to create a grass fire. I figured it was, I looked underneath there, it's a transmission line blew, and I've got it right here. If anything catches, starts a flame, we'll put her out. Okay. They wanted to help, man, any way they could. And that was all within like, let's say 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how friendly they are up there. Because I was a business. They probably all seen me. I mowed 3 different cemeteries up there where I was at. I
Right.
was just coming from the last one. There was 2 small ones and 1 huge one. That one would take me 8.5 hours to mow.
Dang.
Yeah, but I had weed whackers that would go there the day before, and they'd weed whack for about 8 hours, and then they'd move to the other cemeteries.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I did landscaping for a while. There's some long days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Start
See,
working before the.
I had my choice, and then we had some dry patches there where, not irrigated, it wasn't any sense to mow them.
Right.
But I had a lot of irrigated lawns to do too. And that expensive. One, I think my boss was charging almost $400 every time I mowed it, because I had
Damn.
to bag it. And he had a pile backside of his property where I could empty the bags at. But I always wanted, before I mowed his, I'd scrape the deck underneath and replace the blades with either brand new or sharpened. That I'd sharpen them that morning. Yep, once a week. But he was a multi-millionaire. He used to own a rubber and plastics factory, and he sold it up there in Cadillac. You know, at the end of the season, come fall, he'd stop me in the middle of mowing and hand me an envelope, cash, bonus, direct. Started at 200. By the time I was done after 8 years, 400. That was the last.
Gotta love that.
He was a good man. I used to work for the richest man in Michigan too. He's one of the Myers. He wasn't Fred. His older brother, Mark. He owns one of 4 different companies that build ambulances in the world. One of 4.
Wow.
The highest tip he ever gave me was a $20 bill. What a cheap bag. Billionaire. Go fuck, you want to look at this, go fuck yourself.
That's usually how they are, though. I mean,
He had a really nice place on a lake, though. But it'd take us almost a week to get all the leaves off his property. The flat part was easy. A lot of oak, a lot of acorns. You start at about the middle of his house, then go down a very steep. At that angle, it had to be about like that, about a 45, about a little less than that, maybe a 40. All the way down that hill where nothing but fucking weeds, dude. A lot of little trees in between, so you couldn't just blow it all down real easy.
right.
And we had to blow them all the way down and then haul them out. Couldn't blow them out there in the lake. No. Then haul them out. So we had to make great big bags out of tarps and go up to the truck and give her a pull, pull it, rope it up, and then 2 guys dump it off into the back end of the truck. Did that for 8 years, man. Like I said, the highest tip he ever gave me was a $20 bill. Mark Myers, what a cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I can say that.
That was the nice thing when I was landscaping. We actually had when we did the fall cleanups, the leaves and stuff, we had a big vacuum that mulched the leaves. So we just basically, you piled them up and we had a big hose that just sucked them into a blower and shot them into the back of the truck.
I think eventually, after I left, I think he did get one of those.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Yeah, there was a couple of landscaping companies that already had that. But I think he was afraid to invest.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not cheap.
I used to work with his son. God rest his soul. Apollo Hessel was his name. He was an Indian. Indian blood. Very hard-working young man. He had kidney problems, though, and that ended up doing him in, unfortunately. He died a couple months ago, and I didn't find out till about a month ago. Yeah. Sad, but he lived right next door to my boss. They ended up getting the house right next door. It was mom and dad, and mom and stepdad, who was my boss. He's
Right.
also in. Yeah. Well, at least his mom is. Yeah. God rest her soul as well. Yeah, some good memories there. One of the best guys I ever worked for, man.
Right.
He
Yeah,
was
usually
clean.
landscaping. Like, I wasn't so old now. I mean, I'm not old to be getting back into it. It's just the whole money thing and hours. I loved being outside and just sitting on the lawnmower and mowing all day. It
All
was,
day.
yeah, you didn't have no one bothering you. You just put in some headphones and frickin' go cut.
Yep. Cheyenne hanging out my lip the whole time. Even had a cup holder.
Right.
I had a X-Mark zero turn. I love that mower, man. If you went too fast, from a dead stop, she'd come off the fucking front wheels.
Yeah, we used to do that, especially during fall cleanup, because we used to put the garbage cans on the back and it would put the leaves in there. So you just go backwards a little bit and go forward real fast.
Yep.
Boss would come around, he'd be looking at the plates on the back. He goes, "All right, guys, enough with the wheelies." We're like, "We're not doing wheelies." He's like, "It's not what this guard right here is telling me." Oops.
And we did a few apartment complexes too. Yep.
Yeah, we did one. We did a huge one. It literally took 2 crews. I want to say there was 8 people on each crew, so it took 16 people almost 9 hours to do one complex that we did down in Ann Arbor. It was a big, huge, like right by the campus. It was huge.
I had a couple of them that take me all day.
Yeah.
I had a couple of them that, I don't know, 3 hours and I could get them done.
Those are the nice ones though, because you're gonna unload. You just go do it. Whatever.
Yep.
We always hated the days when we did like residential, where it was like you literally feel like you just got the lawnmower off, you cut, now you're loading back up, you're on the road for 20 minutes, going to the next one, unloading, loading. It's like, oh.
Hey, but it was the trip in between places.
Oh, definitely. I guarantee you can't find me one landscaper that doesn't frickin' smoke weed.
Hey, Gator. All right, Gator. Look, good to see you, man. All right.
What's up, Gator?
Oh, swollen stomach. Hernia. I think that's what he meant. Not hernia. Hernia. I had one of those, man. I
that
had
sucks.
one. Nope. Oh, man, I sympathize with you, brother.
Yeah, my middle brother, he had 2 of them. He went in for a hernia operation, and literally the next year, he got one on the other side. I'm like, oh.
I have 2 umbilicals and 1 hiatal. My mesh is barely holding them back because I had the wrong mesh put in.
Right.
I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to feel like, because here's going to be the problem. They're going to have to cut me all the way open again to remove the mesh. And then put in something better. I hope take half the fat with it too. and because I wasn't fat when I got it. I know the fat's in the way, so take the fat with you. Please, please, please. But anyway, I'm going to be laid up for 4 to 6 weeks and not be able to do shit for myself. except for
Right.
make it to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll have a visiting nurse, but you know what I mean.
Right.
I need
So,
to be I need to be somewhere where either somebody's helping that along, or
so hiatal is what he's got. Whatever. I don't know what hiatal is.
that's up here in the top part of your
Okay.
stomach. Yep.
Yeah, he said he's down and out. So basically, he's a hiatal is what he's got. Ugh. Damn, bro. From lifting all those rocks.
Bending over a lot will do it.
Yeah.
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 That's what does it. Bending over.
Honestly, I'm surprised with all the warehouse work and stuff I've done.
And trying to suppress your cough. When I cough now, I can feel where that hiatal is.
Right.
Yep. And then what's funny is, I don't talk about it much, but when I had that surgery done, I had 2 drain tubes, right? They pulled them out. One healed up just fine. That was 11 years ago. It still hasn't healed, and it's just a little hole about that big.
Weird.
It won't heal.
Huh.
So I use liquid bandage, and I use those kind of gauze pads that won't stick to your skin,
Right.
and misotracin. That's what I forgot today. I still got some on that card. Tomorrow I'll go get misotracin at Dollar General. Oh yeah, never too many rocks. That's right.
True that, Gator. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I think we're looking to go up there probably in July. About the 4th of July, we're gonna head up.
The kind of rocks we have here that are most collectible are called Petoskey stones.
Yep.
And it's better to go on a misty morning looking for them, or take a spray bottle with you, and then you'll spray rock and go, holy crap, there's one there, and what it is, it's sea creatures kind of locked in stone, basically.
Yeah, we got quite a few rocks up here. I mean, especially when you get up to the UP, you got the Uper lights, and then you got the we got agates. You can find agates up there,
Right.
which are really cool. Got the jasper.
See, we got a lot of black mud here, and that tells me there's gold here somewhere. Just no one's ever figured it out.
Yeah, I want to know that.
It's called Petoskey stones. Now, they can be little to, I've seen some that are that big, completely covered, man.
Oh yeah, they're pretty cool.
Petoskey, I believe. Petoskey.
Yeah, Petoskey.
All right, you're looking them up. All right.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think I actually have a couple of them laying around. I need to send him my I need to send him my address. I keep forgetting. That way I can get his, and I can send him.
The crystal that holds my phone, was holding my phone, right there. It fell off from the computer here, and it broke right off.
That happened last time we were on the show.
Right. And I glued it up, and I glued it up wrong. Oh my God! It wanted to fall off to the left so bad, or to the right. So you can't really tell it, but it's offset now. But man, that sucker sits real nice. And what it helps do is it puts weight on the laptop so that it doesn't want to fall over that way.
Right.
Okay. Oh, we're at 100%. I was charging my phone. We're 100% now. All right. But yeah, you can't even see my phone is right. Yeah, that's right. I told you last time. That's right there in the corner. That way I can watch chat.
Yeah, I usually have mine sitting right next to it. I can't see it too good unless I'm looking up over at it because it's kind of sitting flat. But
Well, what's nice is I got my cell phone here. I've got the laptop here, and just over the laptop is a TV.
the
Watching.
entertainment center.
Hey, I seen a house today. You know, it's one of those houses where you got a roof like this, a roof like this, you know, and another section then like this here, and another one small. You know what I mean? It had this room, but it had a sliding door at the top, but with a vaulted ceiling. Had to be 20, 25 foot up. I would have knocked that fucking door out of there, made that flat, and across the top of there would have been like 4 or 5 huge televisions that you could link, you could synchronize, or independent.
Pretty cool.
That's what I want to do in a vaulted ceiling home. Have a great big plethora of fucking screens. I could be watching Fox here and something going on in Japan here and something going on in, you know what I mean? Just different news feeds, different accesses.
All right.
I'd be at the top of my fucking world there, kids.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's a dream home.
Yeah, right.
I had to find some rich woman my age that already has that.
Gotta find a sugar mama.
At least the setting. No, not a sugar mama, because I pay my way. You know, I always will, man. I don't live off someone else. If I couldn't afford myself, I live out in the fucking woods before I burden anyone.
Right.
I had to do that for a little while, not in the woods, but the streets of Saginaw for a while there. It was during a winter, rather cold one too.
Yeah, they are pretty cool stones, Gator. Especially when you polish them up, you get a nice polish on them. They're really cool.
Yeah,
I try to remember.
Yep.
Try to remember to get my address over to you, man. And then when you send me something, I'll just use your address, and I got some of them laying around here. I'll have to send you one. You'll like them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I know you could find them north of Reed City. We were finding them.
Yeah, you can find them on Lake Michigan pretty easy if you look for them.
Like I say,
you find a lot of them.
Either a misty day or bring a spray bottle.
Yeah. Further you get up towards Petoskey, the more you start finding them, though. That's more up over on the south side.
Hence the name Petoskey stones, yeah, because there's so many of them there.
Yeah.
People put them in jars and keep water in them. I've seen that. That's how they store them, in water.
Yeah, I had a couple big ones. I brought home and I slabbed them and then polished them up.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
So they're pretty cool. They're probably like maybe a 1/4 inch thick. You know, I'd get like maybe 4 or 5 out of a stone and then just polish one side so you just lay it flat. And
I wonder if you could make a ring out of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wow, that'd be cool as hell, man. Yeah, because you can cut through it. Yeah, you just have to have the right kind of circular drills.
Yeah, you just got to have a diamond bit, and then you'd have to have a really nice cabbing machine, something where you could go in and get all your roundness and all that done. But
Gator
I'm sure it's possible.
Gator says he's seen the polished ones on Google. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're beautiful. Keep looking over at my guitar. It keeps talking to me. Come on, Chris, I could get away with it tonight because it's my birthday, but I don't like making waves. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at.
Right.
I could put the headphones on all day and play. I don't give a fuck. You unplug the headphones, and that's when that's when the rocker in me wants to go. Yeah, volume higher.
Right.
Yeah. Then you. See, I really don't get any time to myself in the house itself. It's always, at least me and Mike here, because Mike's disabled as well. His back is bad, so
Yeah.
you don't blame him. He's a good guy. I'll say that he is a good guy. They're very good to me. I can't deny that. I'd be lying if I said he wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, it's time to refurbish here. I need to arrange things different on this card table I've got that's holding my TV up. It's clustered. I need to uncluster it. Basically, just take everything off and wash the table too, and then put all my ducks in a row. Speaking of ducks, shout out to JB on the Isle of Wight. Not in it. He's on the Isle of Wight, and he's about ready to start gardening. Hell yeah, we want to see that. We want to see the garden grow. And I'm not just talking marijuana, vegetables, man.
Yeah, he gets a pretty good garden going every year.
He did last year for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he had a nice one.
He was prepping. I seen it. He did a video on it.
I seen a few videos.
Getting it staged.
I like the one he did with the bear after he ate that cookie.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
He was freaking wasted. Oh my god!
The British accent it just sounded like what did you do?
Dude, I watched that video a couple times and I laughed my ass off. I'm like, dude, that cookie fucked you up.
Cookie done whipped your ass. Yeah.
Cookie won. Yeah, it was funny. I'm just like, dude, Mr. JB. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's older stuff. Yeah, that's older stuff. I did find out.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking to Gator. Many types of quartz, jasper. Matter of fact, you know what? I can do this because I got control of it. Let me go into the comments.
Yeah, we got jasper up here. We can find petrified wood up here too.
Yeah, right there. There we go. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Carnelian. I don't know if we have. I'm not sure if we have that up here or not, but I know for sure we have jasper and the petrified wood we can find.
Thank you, Gator. And
yes, for sure, man.
Prayers to you, brother. Healing prayers.
Absolutely, man. Get better. Get back on them feet, brother.
Yep. We want Gator to get better.
For sure. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break here, Cappy. The bladder's calling.
Yeah, go right. I started taking vitamins. My bladder's starting to improve itself. Imagine that. Super Beats here, I think, is going to really change my blood pressure. I hope. Keeping my fingers crossed. We'll see. I got a big jar of them. We'll see what happens. Right on, Gator. Peace be with you. The good Lord watch over me. I've had 2 perforated ulcers. Oh my God. That led to the hernia eventually. Because the first ulcer, they cut me open for that. Second one, they did it orthoscopically. 2 slits, or 2 or 3 slits. One a camera, one a tool, maybe two of them tools or something. But anyway. But before that, I had my spleen removed, and they cut me all the way open in the front. Yeah, all the way up the middle, about an inch, maybe an inch and a half above my belly button, just below my sternum. Yeah, that's what weakened everything. Yeah, I lost my spleen. That's why I'm exempt from the jabby jabbers. That's why I don't have to have the jab. I did my research, and what I found out was this. Your spleen is where where it's centralized to build up spike proteins to fight whatever virus you've got in you. I don't have a spleen where that happens. The next place that goes to is your heart or your liver or your kidneys. I'm not gonna risk any of those 3 organs and have it end up killing me. So your jab goes where your jab belongs, right up your, yeah.
I have my spleen, and their jab can still go up their ass.
Yeah, but I'm exempt. A lot of people don't realize what the exemptions are. No matter what,
Right.
I will tell a nurse or a healthcare professional, I'll tell them, if you suggest again me getting that shot after I explain this to you, you're suggesting me risk my life over your suggestion.
Right.
And then I tell them, I don't have a spleen. I did my research. One of the top virologists in the world has talked about this, and I'll refer him to his website. Yep. And he's the only one that got away with it during the whole scare pair shit, you know? It was scaring, pairing up media to make everybody go, oh my God. But here's the thing. During some of our high flu records, it was about the same. Deaths were about the same. If you take out the fact that some of those deaths were attributed to getting the jab itself.
Oh, of course.
If they hadn't gotten the jab, it would have been about the same as any high level flu that passes by us every fucking year.
Oh,
Imagine
yep.
that.
It's funny how we don't get the flu anymore. Now every time you get sick, it's COVID.
Yeah.
Still, they're still talking about this shit. It's like, dude, what happened to the flu?
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
I had a flu once. I think it was the H1N1. I didn't get any shots for it, and I believe I saw the angel of death. I was trying to go to the bathroom, and I fell, and I don't know how long it was, but I woke up and I looked and I saw something dark hovering, man. Hair on my arms right now was raised up, back of my neck, everything. And I told myself, no. And I got up and I got to the toilet and was able to urinate anyway, so I didn't urinate myself. And that was kind of like where it was breaking. The fever was breaking, I think.
Crazy.
Ever since then, all these flus that go by, I get it for like a day, maybe 2. It ain't shit compared to that. You know what I mean? It ain't shit compared to what that did to me.
Yeah, luckily, knock on wood, for the most part, I don't get sick that often. And when I get sick, though, it literally knocks me on my ass. It's like, holy shit, my body's like, fudge.
No, I've had a couple of them that start to grip, and that's what that one did. That H1N1, it gripped every fucking joint in my body, man. It was like it was holding me down, in pain.
Mm.
And it just seemed like I've had other flus since then. It was like, lay back
Right.
for a day, it'd be just fine. Smoking rosin, not resin. I'm waiting for it to cloud up in the tube there. It's getting pretty light. Rosin's good, man. It's a little longer lasting. It isn't THCA.
Right.
Have you noticed that THCA is nothing to me? That's like synthetic. Maybe get you high. While you're smoking it, you're getting all fucked up. 20 minutes later, you're like, where did that go?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's cool that this weed's legal and everything, but I think just the way they grow it, it's so fast, and the stuff they put in it, it's not like the old school weed we had.
No, it's not at all. It's not uplifting. It's sedative.
Mm-mm. I mean, I remember back in the day, back in my 20s, dude, you'd roll up a freaking fatty and you'd smoke it with 4 friends and you'd be high for freaking 2 hours.
And then want to go outside and fucking throw a frisbee.
Right?
Or get on your fucking bike and go down to the fucking creek and fucking skinny dip and rope jump into the fucking creek, man. Yeah.
Shit. Me and my wife first started dating, dude. We'd roll up a couple dubs. We'd just go hit back roads, smoke. We'd end up like, we'd be driving for like, we're like, where in the hell are we? Well, let's smoke the other one and we'll find our way back home. We might as well have fun. We're lost.
Yep.
Sometimes I like doing that. It makes me a little scared sometimes, but I like just going and driving, and all of a sudden you don't know where you're at, and it's like, nowadays it's kind of easy because you always have the GPS on your phone, but you find new stuff when you do that. You just go out and just go drive. You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes being lost in life is better than being lost in life.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Mike. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, for sure, man. It's your birthday. Thought about that today. I'm like, I wonder if Captain's gonna go live tonight for his birthday. I'm like, I had to go up there for a little bit. Yeah, we were freaking hammered today.
Yeah, Mondays are the work days, the real work days. Yeah. Wednesday's kind of like Wednesday's like an administrative day. Days if you got shit you gotta do off to the side, you do it. And then Thursday's also a push day because you don't want to have to push on Friday.
Right. I'd rather be busy on a Friday just so I can get this shit done and over with. I hate slow Fridays. Ugh, horrible.
Then if you're full on Friday, it goes fast. You look up like, holy shit, it's almost time to get out of here. All right.
Yeah, last Friday, manager's like, hey, you want to leave early? And I'm like, yeah.
Thank you.
Came home, did some yard work, started a fire. Wife came home, cooked up some food.
Yeah. Hey, it's nice being empty nested, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Friday night was nice. The kids didn't come over. We just kind of chilled out there with just hung out together. And then Saturday night, my oldest calls. He's like, you guys going to have a fire? We're like, we were thinking about it. He's like, well, can I come over? And we're like, I'm never going to tell you can't come over. Like, come over. I'm like, you don't have to ask mom and dad if you can come over.
Hey, I'm almost there. That's good enough.
Yeah. Just don't use your key. Knock first.
But then the grandchildren start to come, and they're Grandpa. you can't imagine how heartfelt I will be the first time I ever hear a young one say, "Grandpa."
Yeah, I don't have any of those yet.
I've got one that's old enough to do that. I'm not going to go into sad mode though. Man, I just
Yeah,
that's part of the reason I make these videos, because I want there to be an archive where he gets to learn what Grandpa was really actually like, not from Dad's point of view or anybody else's, but from his own.
right.
That's what I want him to see. Yeah, I already know his first name. His first name's Wesley. I want him to know this Grandpa because we're so much more alike than him and his dad are.
Huh.
And here's the thing. It's meant to be that way so that sons are driven from their fathers, so that they'll go out, spread their seed, and become great men on their own. That's what that's for.
Right.
You have a mamby-pamby father, kid ain't never gonna leave.
Yeah.
You know that as well as I do, Mike. If you'd have been, oh, it's okay. Oh, you made mistakes, but you can. If you'd have did that with your boy, it wouldn't have worked, would it? He'd still be there, wouldn't he?
No. I kicked his ass out
But I
because
mean,
I was that kind. No, I get what you're saying. I get it. No, I wasn't the nicest dad. I was strict when it came to breaking rules, but they both grew up and they respect both of us. So they come over, they still say I love you when when they leave, they say love you, mom and dad. So it's like I must have did something okay.
you know what my son hated the most about my disciplining? It didn't upset me. I'd laugh. Oh, you want to punish yourself that bad?
I do the same thing.
I would be comical about it. It's like, okay, you want to suffer? Take everything out of your bedroom. We're going to leave your bed, your bedding. You're lucky I leave your clothes in your fucking dresser because it may point out you got shit hidden.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, how do you know that guy? It's like, I've lived you before, boy. I was you. I was you. I know, man. I know. The temptations are real, dude. Hello.
I told my kids the same thing. I said, dude, you forget. I was your age at one point. I understand what you're going through and what life's about, but this is why I'm here, because I'm trying to teach you not to take a path that I took.
You know,
try to better yourself.
This is how I looked at it, and I told my son and my stepkids, I'm trying to raise you so that you raise good kids to raise good kids.
Right.
It took them a while, and they went, you know what? I see it in my oldest stepdaughter. She raised her kids to raise good kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
That'll raise good, you know what I mean? Let it roll on. You know, raise children to raise good children to raise good children, you know, as far as it can stretch. I'd love one day to look back and go, I'm not only a grandfather, I'm a great, great, great grandfather. Oh, you know what I mean? To be a double or a triple grandfather. Wow. I like, you know, they say, either my generation or yours, everybody's going to live past 100. That's what they're saying. Well, not everybody, but those who survive live to be over 100. I'm hoping I make it older than my grandfather, who was, I think, 84 or 85 when he died. My dad's dad.
That's still a pretty good life, though. I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to live another 15 years. I'd like to see 2061. I'd love to see it. Oh, I'm on my way. 2026. Here we are. I got 40, less than 40 to go. So,
Right.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I
geez.
gotta get the cigarettes out of the fucking way. Get the nicotine out of my system.
Think about the way this world is now with like, I mean, not just with the wars and stuff, but as far as like how fast-paced technology and everything we have is going so fast right now. Just imagine even in 20 more years. What is this world going to be like in 20 years? It's going to be crazy.
Everything's going to be AI based.
Oh, there's so many. But
you'll have your own AI servant. Everybody who interacts with other people's AI servants.
Right. Yeah, not this guy. That's when I go live in the woods. Sorry.
You know what? It's my turn to have a nature break. I gotta listen to Grandpa's body. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, man.
Trying to get the hand sanitizer to dry. Sometimes you push a little bit too hard and you get a little too much real quick. Like, And I made sure I got 2 great big bottles of sanitizer. Oh yeah, man, why not? You gotta stay clean.
Might as well.
First thing I do after I come home and put my junk away, my groceries away, I come to that sanitizer bottle. The grocery stores is where you pick up shit, man. I'm sure of it. Because that's the one place where everybody kind of crosses paths invisibly.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do some indica. This one's got a nice little color to it. See that color on the tip?
Like a green?
Yeah, like a bluish.
Yeah.
That's indica. I got them set. I got 2 indica and 2 sativas. 4 pens always running, man. One I've had forever. This one right here. Come on. I hear that winch in the background. And that's the one when you press it, it's got an elephant at the end. I wish I could dim it down, but that's an elephant. I wish I could find 3 more of these because these aren't bad though. They're a little bit smaller though.
Right.
though. These I found at what's a famous one? Oh, it's a tobacco store with a. I don't know if it's
Smokers
Captain,
Depot.
oh, it's like a Captain something or other, or
Hmm.
God, I can't remember. The other one, that one I wish I could find more of. That was in. I was in Lansing visiting a friend of mine and her husband. They'd love me. They'd love for me this summer to come down to West Virginia for a couple of weeks.
I bet you that'd be nice.
I'm thinking about it. She's got multiple sclerosis. I don't know how much help she'd need though. I help my mom. Yeah, I stayed with my mom and stepdad for 2 years until she passed away. Well, it was like a year and a half, and then I stayed with my stepdad for about a half a year, so I was sure he was okay, and he wasn't okay. But you can't cure what he had, you know. But I felt by me getting away, it helped him get more closure, you know.
Right.
And instead, my niece moved in and took advantage of it. Till he got put in a home.
A lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm. I didn't take advantage of it. Just the fact that I didn't pay any rent. I did split the electric and gas bill with him though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my little pen I have. I can hide mine so easy.
Yeah, I can't mind. Yeah, just the cart sticks out.
It's the kind pen.
I know. I've been wanting to get one of those little ones. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing is like literally it closes right. You can have it out your thumb and just be like.
And who's to tell if it's tobacco or THC? Fuck you.
And they're not bad.
What,
you can pick these. I pick them up at the Smokers Depot for like $21. And basically, it's the same thing like you have.
I've almost got the smoke shop down. It's Uncle somebody or others. Uncle something.
Just loads right on. Right down the spot there.
Nice. Melvin! Hey, old time brother. How you doing, Melvin?
Holy smokes.
You can see
Look what the cat dragged in.
I modded him a long time ago. Hell yeah. Good to see you, Melvin.
What's up, brother? Hope that weather's treating you good up there in cold old Canada. Don't feel bad. We're still getting it here in Michigan, too.
Yeah, I think it's the last days. We're in spring now. So. Yeah. It's like somebody left the freezer door open. The cold isn't here, but we're feeling the fucking breeze off the freezer door. That's what I call it.
I hope so.
That's the frost lifting off from the ground. That frost line's broke.
I'm over this damn cold.
Definitely. Yeah, Melvin ain't seen you. Ain't seen Melvin do anything either. I haven't seen any notifications for anything he's done.
No, I check his channel out every now and again. I check all the old school people out, and 801 hasn't put up a video in a while either.
Yeah, 801 got banned from here. Sorry, but he did. 801, he tried to come up and try to say he was going to take control and fuck you, asshole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Dude, I'm going to give you one more chance to apologize. He must have been drunk or something, but man, you're going to be that out of control on my channel. See you, buddy. Not.
Right on.
Only in the reruns. Like they told him on Running Man. Only in the reruns. Richard Dawson, what a dick.
Yeah, there's a lot of old school people back from the DM channels that I always check in on, and a lot of people just don't post anymore.
Hey,
I mean, I haven't put a video up in probably 5 months.
I still have him on my list. Is Myron still doing his thing or not?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
actually, I would say it's probably been probably 3 weeks to a month ago. I stopped in and I said hi. Yeah, he goes up every day the same time.
Wow. I
He's
don't know
actually
why.
he's not looking bad. He's still
I
looking pretty good.
don't know why I don't get notifications for it. I used to get it every. I'd go there and give it a thumbs up at least. You know.
I was gonna say he usually goes up right around like 4ish, 3:30, 4ish, a little after 4.
I'm gonna have to regenerate it somehow. Yeah. I'll make a mention to him. I like Myron. The old stoner dude. Ain't nobody gonna
Oh hell
outsmoke.
yeah,
Ain't a person on this planet gonna outsmoke that motherfucker.
hell no. Myron sit down with Snoop Dogg and be like, Snoop Dogg be like, I give up.
Snoop Dogg would walk away scared. This motherfucker can't get high, apparently.
Dude, I I watched an interview with Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg said the only guy that ever smoked him under the table that he had to tap out was Willie Nelson. He goes, Willie Nelson. He goes, that fucker. He smoked me under the table. He goes, I had to tap out. He goes, he's lighting freaking pipes and smoking
I,
joints, and he goes,
I honestly think that Myron and Willie would they would put each other in a fucking coma.
now that would be a show.
Hell yeah, Myron and Willie. Yeah, ain't nobody got to smoke Myron. Fuck no.
Yeah, Myron.
He's not banned from here either. Shout out to Myron, wherever you go.
No,
Shout out to Dirty too, Dirty Mike.
yeah, it's funny. I like I said, I don't go up there too often. And last time I went up there, he never took me off as being a mod. I'm still a mod up there.
I'll be damned.
I just go in and just say, hey, long time no see. Just seeing how things are going. I don't know. There's so much goes on in life that you just don't have time for so much stuff all the time.
Yeah, there's a few people on Myron's that don't want to hear from me either. And every time I used to try it, they interrupt. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
you gotta catch him. You gotta catch him when he first goes live before everybody pops in there.
Yeah, right. I will do that. I'll do that real soon. Yeah. There's a few of them that just don't like the smoke.
Right.
You ever? I seen something. Josh said something positive to me once, not too long ago. I thumbed up him. I used to call him my nephew. Remember Josh from Myron's channel?
Yeah.
The cranberry farmer.
Yeah, he's actually. I caught a couple of his videos because I'm still subbed to him. He's actually with a new woman now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he's with a new girl.
Maybe that was half his problem.
Yeah, I don't know if they're dating or if they're married or.
Right.
But from what I see from watching his videos when they go up or he's up live, he seems very happy. So good for him.
Hey, Melvin, I'd like to see more pics of that river. But God, I don't know why there are not a lot of fishermen there. That river walk he was doing there for a while. Wow, man. It was the fisherman in me going, why can't you cast out a fly line right there? I've never done fly line. What I used to do is do clear bobber with a fly at the end of it, off just a regular reel, man. And I'd nail the fuck out of stuff. And what you got to do is between a clear bobber and the fly, you have to make a transition from a really heavy fucking gauge way down to like spider wire. I think they just developed something like that that'll go from like a number 8 down to like a number 1 almost,
Right.
But yeah, I got to get back into fishing this year. And 2 days ago, I could have went and got a year's long fishing license. That's next. That'll be one of the first things I'm going to do in next month. Get my fishing
Yeah, I
license
gotta.
and go buy more. I don't have any gear, dude. I've lost it all through moving. I lost some really good reels, man. Oh, man. But at least I know what not to get, you know.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because my oldest kid, he's like, Dad, he goes, I don't care what you say. He goes, I don't even care if I have to buy a fishing license. He goes, me and you are going out fishing this summer. He goes, I'm dragging your ass out.
Well, now if you buy it, it'll last a year, dude. It lasts a
Yeah,
year
they do.
from March to March. Yep,
Yeah.
That's the fishing season. Well, yeah.
And you get,
That's
I think you get all species now. You get,
Yeah,
I think you get 3 stamps now too.
Yeah, what is it like? It used to be 28. Is it more now? Like maybe 35?
I'm not sure. I know it was $28.
But it's like everybody has to get an all species. That way, if you snag, even, you know, you accidentally hook, you know, a pike or a salmon or a trout, you don't get fined for it. You can keep it because you have a license for it, right?
As long as they're in season, because I think
Right. As long as they're
salmon and certain things, they're in season for a certain amount of time.
And then certain rivers, they shut them down, and yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. But I always kept a rule book with me. You know, I'm not. One time a DNR caught me without my license on me, and back then you had I don't know, like about a dozen or more sticky tabs that you could pull off your license. And what I did is I sent him 2 of them because he gave me because I told him, yeah, I'm sure I bought a license, blah blah. Well, then you need to send me verification. You know, it was like a barcode basically.
Right.
And I did send him, and he said, I'll void the ticket when I get that. And I don't think 2 days went by, and I sent it to him. You know, I don't want him to think for a minute. You know?
They're not that bad for a Michigan resident. For an annual all species, it's $26.
Oh fuck, that ain't bad at all. Yeah, I thought it was 28. All right.
Honestly, you can get a combo. You can get a hunting and fishing license for $76.
I won't need it. I'm not gonna hunt. But you know what?
Yeah.
I do have a crossbow.
You got a pellet gun. You can get some squirrel.
I have a crossbow. I could get a squirrel with that as well.
Yeah. You already got him on the skewer.
Yeah. Silencer.
Just put it through his head and right out his butt and just cook him over the fire.
Oh shit! My phone just fell. But I caught it midair. All right.
That's not bad. $26 for a year for a fishing license.
Yeah, that's fucking right. It ain't bad. Okay.
Plus, it's fun. I always say a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work.
So yeah, plenty of sunshine, fresh air, and nature to boot.
Yeah. Just take yourself a cooler with a 6-pack, sit back, relax, and throw the line.
A lot of people don't realize the moment we as a human step into nature, nature went, but only for a little while. Within about a half hour, you'll start to notice. You look down, you'll see a bug crawling on. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it's like it starts to come alive.
Oh, yeah. Because you start to
I do this.
recognize it.
Last year and the year before. I haven't done it this year because it's barely warm enough. I'll go out back of where I'm at by the little creek back here. And I noticed that. It takes about a half hour. But because some squirrel had triplets. There's like 3 different squirrel nests back there now, and that's cool as hell because they come running, dude.
Right.
I think there's the competition, and I'll throw them.
Yeah.
You know, I got some nuts that Grandpa can't chew because he doesn't have both top and bottom as the dentures. I'll throw them out, peanuts, you know. Throw them out there for a little bit, you know, and they'll come around. And one time, this really captured my attention. This is what told me and my grandfather were a lot alike. I showed up unannounced at my grandparents' one afternoon, and I came in, and my grandma said, "Come here." And we walked through the living room, to the kitchen, to this big bay window they had right there. And I'm looking out at, and my grandpa's sitting on this stone wall he built decades beforehand, about 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot tall. He's sitting there. He had to have at least 8 squirrels on him, around him, all collecting nuts out of his hands.
That's funny.
I didn't know my grandpa was like that. My grandpa to me was more stone cold than anything. But it showed me my grandpa's heart. My grandpa just went, "Okay, now back away from the window." You know,
Don't get Grandpa mad.
About 10 minutes later, he come in and goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were here." You know, glad you didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I mean, where we're at, we have a whole bunch of woods behind us, and basically we're surrounded by, like, I guess you'd call it swamp and a pond.
Right.
And I'll go down in the woods and just sit for hours. You know, it's just like you just hear things, you see, like you said, you hear, you see, you just, it's relaxing. It's kind of like a meditation in a way.
And it's like unplugging.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't take my phone with me. I just go down there and just sit.
I don't. If I take my phone with me, I don't do anything but take pictures of something I saw. Otherwise, I don't look at. No, I don't. I don't look at me. And more times than none, I don't even take my phone.
Yeah, see, usually at that point, which I can't do now because I gave my son, my oldest son, I had a really nice Canon camera with a big zoom lens.
Nice.
But we weren't using it, and he got into photography. He loves going to, like, the parks and stuff, so he uses it more than I ever did. But I'd go down there with that camera and just take pictures with the camera.
I
Set up a tripod.
I have a collection of small digital cameras. Yeah. Older ones. I don't think some of them are even megapixel. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so tiny, you know. I had one from a wedding they gave us. Christ, I don't think that was 256 megabytes even.
That's funny.
You know, you're supposed to record hey, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. You know, off the
Right.
But there was an extra one they gave me. Never had anything recorded on it. Then I've got I do have one nice digital camera, an Olympus. But I'd like to find, I can get a terabyte for cheap for anything else but them. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So you'd have to keep downloading it. You know, every time you fill a card, you have to download it or pull one out, put another one in. But nowadays, SanDisk, I heard they were really cheap now. All of a sudden, the price really super dropped on. I think you and I were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah, the SD cards.
Yeah, the SD cards, SanDisks, yeah.
Yeah. It was like what, 25 or 28 bucks for a terabyte?
Yeah, that, and it used to be what, you know,
80 bucks.
yeah, or more for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to come in and visit. What's happening, cat? Yeah, she gonna. Yeah. I bought one of those little bitty scratchers, you know. It ain't even 2 foot tall, maybe. And it's got a little loop on it, claw thing on both sides, and a rope rack tube about that tall, you know, with a fuzzy little bell ball on the top. That's why I want to. She's grown way beyond that, but that's where she'll hang out sometimes. There for now. Yeah, glad Melvin stopped by. Always a pleasure. He used to stop by about every other time.
I'll say after you said Melvin, I'm like, holy cow.
I'm another year older, Melvin.
He's an old man.
I'm at that prime real estate age.
Just in time for something, but too far behind for nothing.
That's right. I can get up and go forward, but don't make me back up.
My backup beeper is on order.
Backup beeper don't work no more. That's why I ride a mountain bike, not a car. No. Everybody's safer. No, I was a good driver. Excellent driver. I never had any accidents.
You need to try to find yourself one of those e-bikes.
But that's because, now check this out, I'm going down the highway. I come off the trailer park that I was living in. Seatbelt. I put my seatbelt on, and you could have went one. After my seatbelt was clicked in, you could have went 1, 2, 3, and this fucking old woman turned right in front of me. Boom! What a dumbass! Oh, I didn't realize I went for it. All I got was like $400, and I paid over $1,200 for this. It was a diesel wagon, a small diesel wagon. I was getting like 45 miles per gallon out of the damn thing. And this old woman just totaled it. She got a brand new vehicle. I got $400. I didn't realize that I could have sued her for the rest and didn't. Yeah.
Right.
It was a wealthy old broad. Yeah. Just past this restaurant that sells some of the biggest fucking donuts you'll ever find. Called the Wagon Wheel on US 10, just outside of Reed City, between Reed City and Hershey, Michigan. You get donuts this fucking big, dude.
Jeez, oh Pete, diabetes in a bucket.
Glazed, jelly-filled, cream-filled. What are the ones that, I don't know, this one YouTuber really liked, fritters, apple fritter. Oh my God, this big, dude. That tall, apple fritter.
Ugh.
Who's that dude that has the birds in the morning? Used to. I don't know if he still does. Oh, hell, man. And he'll pop. He's an old hippie anyway. Yeah, he talks about apple fritters, going to get them all the time. Yeah, apple fritters that big. It's crazy.
No way.
Yeah, Boston cream. Yeah, that fucking big, man. Yeah, they're fucking huge.
I'll be like, do these donuts come with an insurance card?
A health warning.
Right. Do not eat in one sitting. Diabetes is knocking at your door.
You know. It's called
Good
the wagon.
Lord.
It's called the wagon wheel. US 10.
Yeah.
Or wouldn't it be? It'd be I-10, right? Interstate, yeah, I-10. No, it's US 10. Yeah, runs from like, what is it, Clare, all the way to the lake, doesn't it? No, it goes all the way to, I want to say Baldwin. Yeah, to Baldwin, and then it goes north to south. Yeah, Baldwin to Clare.
Huh. Yeah, the wife's all excited if we go up to St. Ignace. She's all about those pasties, whatever. Like they do them up in the UP. It's like basic.
There's a place
It's like
in
a meat
Cadillac.
pie.
A place in Cadillac that specializes in pasties. Yeah, I know
Pasties.
that.
I'm not a big fan of them, but
I call them
she
pot
likes.
pies. Pot pies without the pot.
Yeah, basically, that's all it is. It's dough wrapped around meat and vegetables.
Yep. Pot pie without the pot. or an extravagant hot pocket.
Yeah,
Giant hot
sure
pocket.
that. See, I think the best thing when we go up north, especially when we go to the UP, they always have places up there. I always stop and get some of their smoked whitefish. Oh, that stuff is so good.
What is it?
Smoked whitefish.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We got white.
Details.
It's good stuff. What they catch on the Great Lakes.
Okay. I will take your word for it.
It's good stuff. That or smoked salmon. Smoked salmon's pretty good too.
Oh, I've had smoked salmon. Oh, almost melts in your mouth.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I've been out on a couple of charter fishing times, and the captains always had smoked salmon ready for you to eat while you're fishing, man. It's great.
Yeah. That's
And then you
stuff.
get back, and they fillet them right there in front of you. You take all of the good ones back home and do what you're going to do with it. Yeah.
Right.
It's been a long time. I had a videotape of it. Me and this friend of mine, known as Fat Bob on the radio. Yeah, Bob Miller. Oh, me, him, and his son, his brother, Al. Yeah, Al Miller. They're both dead now. Yep, they were big guys. Bob was bigger. But yeah, they both passed away. Heart gave out. Bob used to sell cocaine. He got busted. They had over 1,100 photos of people coming and going. Ooh, look at there. Smoked. Oh, yeah. Whitefish. Oh, okay. Now I know.
Hold on. Let me see.
$65. Boy, shit.
It's not bad. There's places you can go up there and you can buy basically they do it in like a fillet, and
Yeah.
it's probably around $19 to $22 depending on where you go. But I tell you what, dude, it's freaking. It's almost like it reminds me of a walleye. It's kind of more of an oily fish, but
Yep.
yeah, it's got you don't get that real fishy taste, gamey taste out of a fish, but oh, it's good.
That sounds delectable, they call it. Yeah, delectable.
Yeah. Get some cheese and crackers and put some strips on some cheese and crackers. Oh.
Yep.
Sure.
I can remember using cured salmon eggs to fish with. Yeah. Get them by the quart jar.
Yep.
And you know how you seal them up? You take a regular paper match and you get about halfway burned down. You drop it in it, and and what it is the flame from it catches through, and you put on the quart jar seal, and you'll watch the top go. Because what it's doing is the carbon builds up and the oxygen is sucked out, so it creates a pressure in there. That a long time ago, Ken. Wow.
Oh, for sure.
I remember people telling me stories of illegally catching so many salmon, 40 and 50 of them at a time. Huge monsters, man.
Yeah. Don't get caught doing that. That's a big fine.
Oh, big time. I from the first time I speared to the last time I speared, I rarely missed, man. Because I always knew to go about that far ahead of them, about 4 to 5 inches ahead of them, and you get them right in the middle. Yeah, throw them up on shore and go for the next one, man. We get about 5 or 6 of them. It was time to load the trunk and get the fuck out of there because you knew the DNR wasn't far behind you.
No, and they're sneaky bastards too.
Oh yeah, on quads now, man. You don't hardly hear that.
Those guys got
right
night
there.
vision. Those guys got everything.
Oh yeah, night vision too. Yep, definitely.
Oh, for sure. They're definitely equipped. Oh.
You've been here quite a bit, Mr. Reese. Over 2 hours now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm getting ready to pop out here and get a little bit of sleep.
That's why they call you the working man.
True. Somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
Well, either way, on the flip side, brother, I wish you a very happy birthday again.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great evening. God bless. And we'll see you on the flip side or whenever I see you again, man.
It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a Thursday show, maybe. We'll see. If not, it'll definitely be Friday. I might do a live by the hand, by my phone. That's right, because it's going to be warming up. I might be doing some riding here. You'll see them.
Right on.
I'll post them. Thank you, Mr. Reese.
Yes,
God
sir.
Bless. We'll see you the next time, man.
God bless, man. Love you, brother.
Yeah. Right on. See ya. Melvin, you troublemaker. Actually, you're a seldom seen kid now. But yeah, I hope growing went well this last season. If not, it's good to take a break, right? Yeah, I'm not going to be up much longer by myself. I'm a one-man show, but I run out of ideas and notions real fast. What can I say? Because I don't drag other people into my scrutiny. That seems to be what a lot of YouTubers do. They drag other people into their own scrutiny, their own, moral compass, you could call it. Yeah, this is the captain, Captain Smoke, ordered the Tempest. Yeah, I've had a little bit of rum, but it's my birthday. I'm not getting out of control or anything like that. If you'd like to come up, there is a link for that. I will provide in the chat right now. And there it is. It's actually at the top of the page, but unless someone comes up in the next couple of, I will end this. I've been up 2 hours, 20 minutes, and we're not e-begging. But I do have Cash App Like I said, we're not e-bagging here. That's not why I do this. I do this for the benefit of a grandchild who may be too young to view this content, but one day he will. Alright, I'm gonna cut that video feed. See you folks. And pretty soon I'll cut the show. But give it a few minutes, see if anybody wants to come up. Melvin, you're more than welcome to, brother. You need to be a sports fisherman. You know where all the good spots are. But maybe that's not your thing. It's not everybody's. I can understand that. Again, I want to thank Mr. Reese for his participation in every single way. Shout out to the shit show, AC and the shit show. Go there, observe. Don't run your mouth there. You'll be put in your place real solidly and quickly. But it's a great show at times. I ain't seen him live in a bit. Shout out to Hustle. Thank you, dear. Appreciate your feeds. And you're waving back at me. As we approach 11 p.m. here in southwestern Michigan, this is your host and captain aboard the Tempest, Captain Smoke, saying good night, sayonara, and see you on the next live, perhaps at the very front of Mellon Park in a few days here. Thanks, folks. It's been a good birthday. I'll see you on the next one.